welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and watching today's video. I'm sure you've already guessed from the title, today's video is going to be a skincare, like evening routine, pamper night kind of session with me, which is basically the routine that I do, I want to say like once a week, this routine in particular because of the face mask that I'm adding in, but otherwise these are products that I use every single evening and sometimes in the morning as well. So I thought, why don't we get cozy? I've got my peppermint tea and I also just filled up my little Sloth hot water bottle, which is from Primark a few years ago. Amelia really kindly got me one and I'm just, yeah, I love it. It's like little hugs at night. It's so cute. So I thought I'd get myself all comfy and cozy in my PJs and sit down and film this video with you all. And if you guys are watching on a Sunday and able to do so as well, grab your cups of tea, join in and let's have a little evening self-care night together. So first off, I've just tied my hair away from my face and then I'm going to take off my makeup from today. I've gone very, very shiny from being very hot in my bedroom while I was shooting and filming today. So I'm looking forward to getting my makeup off my skin. And I'm going to be using like my hero go-to product, and this has been my hero like go-to product probably for the last 6-7 months, I want to say. And this is the ESPA Pro Optimal Skin Cleanser, and this is just such a nice gentle exfoliate kind of serum. You can use it more as like a mask if you wanted to leave it on for a bit longer, or just like a really nice exfoliate depending on how much you'd put on your skin. But I tend to use every evening as like a cleanser just to get most of my makeup off my face. I also recently have been combining it with the Body Shop Vitamin E gentle face wash, and this is because I have quite a lot of makeup on and really strong waterproof mascara and eyebrow product on. So I find if I use this and this together, and then when most of my makeup is off I then use this, then that's like the best way for me to make sure that my skin is completely clean and no leftover makeup on my skin. So I just apply this. As you can see, it's kind of goes into like a serum-y gel with really gentle exfoliate in, so it's very, very good for like sensitive skin, or if like me you've got like a combination between like dry and oily as well. It's like an oil-based cleanser and it's just so nice. And not only that, it smells incredible, and all these products that I'm about to share with you just smell amazing, and that's why I really like having them in my like nighttime routine, because I find using products that you like the smell of and make you feel relaxed are just really nice, and also just kind of chill me out for the night which is always good as well. So I'm just going to go wash my face with that first layer of cleanser being put on, then I'm going to use the vitamin E facial wash and then one more load of cleanser, but I will show you in a second. So that's it off my skin so far, and I'm going to just quickly go in with the facial wash as well from the Body Shop just to get off like any bits left over on my skin. This is also really, really soft, and they do a really nice vitamin E moisturizer that goes with this, and it just smells really gorgeous as well. But it's very good for sensitive skin because it's very soft and it's also very lightweight. So I find that this is just like a really smooth, nice way of kind of prepping my skin for bed as well. Usually I would just use these two and then go on to like my moisturizer and my toner and everything, but today is my one day a week that I get to do my favorite face mask, so I'm going to be sharing that with you all as well. I actually ran out of the big pot of it about probably last week actually. I used like the last little bit, and then I did my advent calendar videos which are coming very, very soon, and I got the little like mini version of it in that, so I'm glad because I really wanted to kind of share what it's like with you all as well. So I'm just gonna go wash my face, be back in a moment. Now that's all washed off, I'm gonna go in with the face mask. So I've been using this face mask for probably about 3 years now. It is by far the best one that I found that kind of like works for my skin, but I do recommend like everyone this when they ask like what face mask I swear by. And it's basically a charcoal based face mask. It's very cooling on the skin. At first when I first used it I was like, is my skin reacting to it? Is my skin too sensitive? But it really like cools down the face so much, and then just like exfoliates like all my nose, my chin, everywhere. So it's a really kind of strong exfoliating mask. So I'd say once or like once every 2 weeks using this as my mask is what I tend to use when I feel like I've got a build up of like blackheads on my nose, or I just want a bit more of a glow to my skin. And usually a few days before tan night, which is very soon because I'm currently not fake tanned like I usually am, so I tend to use this before I've done or before I'm going to do my fake tan, so that my skin's kind of all prepped for that as well. And then usually not the night of fake tan because otherwise all my pores are a little bit too open. But I'll just show you what it's like on. It's like a really nice clay mask and it's just so cooling. They also have like a full range, the Body Shop, of these masks, and the other day I used their coffee morning awakening one, which was really soothing on the skin. I'd say less like intense in terms of exfoliate compared to this one. It was actually very warm on the skin and it just kind of like brightened my skin and left it feeling really soft, whereas this one just adds like a really nice glow, as well as like keeping, honestly my skin after using this is so soft. So it's already starting to like cool down under here, and because the best way to describe it is it's like quite minty, so my eyes are gonna water a little bit, but it's just literally my favorite thing ever, and I'm really glad my boyfriend took the risk of getting me this 3 years ago for my birthday, because it's just insane. So I'm just going to apply this all over and I leave it on for 15 minutes. It says between 10 and 15, but I like to just make sure it's completely dry all over as well. That is it all on my skin now. I'm going to leave it on for 15 minutes. It's actually amazing how much is in this little pot. I don't know whether they do the little ones online, but I will check that out and leave them down below if they do, because I know that sometimes it's nice to kind of try face masks and see if they work for you as well. But I'm going to go and quickly watch a bit of Friends for 15 minutes and enjoy my peppermint tea, and I'll be back when it's all dry. So it's been almost 15 minutes. Oh my god, I actually can't move my mouth, but it's nearly all completely dry. So I'm just going to go and wait for it to dry, and then I'm going to wash it off. I find using a cloth like this really helps to kind of get it off your face, because sometimes it can be a bit difficult to wash off. Otherwise, I'd say just jump in the shower after you use it to kind of actually get your face under the water, because it literally is like solid clay on my face. I look so funny, my eyebrows have gone a different shape. Anyway, I'm gonna go wash it off and I'll be back in a second. So that is it all washed off my face. I don't know if you can just see like how glowy it makes your skin. It just, like, my skin feels like it's been tightened. It always feels so incredible afterwards. So I move on to my skincare now, and the few makeup products that I use on my skincare in the week, I usually, after doing my facial wash, I'll go on to a toner that I use by Ren, which is their glow toner, and it's gorgeous. It's something that I tend to only use like 3 times a week maybe, depending on when I feel like I need it, and I won't usually use it after I've used a face mask, because I find that my skin's like a little bit sensitive afterwards, not in like the worst way, but just like I don't want to add like an extra thing when I've got quite a few products going on. But moving on to the next step in my skincare, I like to use the Elizabeth Arden retinol capsules, and these are amazing. They're all biodegradable capsules and they come like this size, and that's just enough retinol for our skin. So there's like a little capsule like this, and then I just squeeze it out and put it all over my skin. And ever since this has been in my routine, if I go away for a few nights and forget to take this, I notice like my skin changes so much and goes so dull, whereas this just kind of keeps my skin looking quite glowy. I think it takes a while for people's skin to get used to like a retinol routine, like adding a retinol capsule into your routine, but this is their line erasing night serum one, and it's just really soft and nice on the skin. And I think it's when you're like 24 onwards you're meant to start using retinol, so that's kind of why I added this into my routine when I was about 23. I think I've been using it for a few years now, but it's just really soft on the skin and meant to help with like anti-aging and wrinkles and things like that. So I use this every single night, and they last a really long time, and they're also really great to, like, if you're traveling, I always like take a few and put it in like a little pouch, and then I just have the exact right amount for those nights that I'm away. So it's really good to kind of pick and take them because they come in these little pods, which is really handy. And then the next steps that I'm going to use are, like I said, this is like my one-off once a week kind of routine that I'm sharing with you all, but I do want to talk about the other serum that I use in the week if my skin is quite dry and I've got some like dry areas on my neck or like on my chin here or on my forehead. I then use the Skin Longevity Bare Minerals Long Life Herb Serum, and this is really amazing at being very lightweight on the skin. It's a really nice kind of soft product, and I find with all Bare Minerals products, they're great if you have sensitive skin and you're looking for something that's very lightweight but kind of gives that hydration that our skin needs every now and then, and this is just really nice on the skin. I will show you this just on the back of my hand so you can kind of see the consistency. So it comes out like a serum like this, and then it's just really hydrating, and a little goes a long way with that. So as you can see, it just adds that like boost of moisture into the skin. So I use that almost every evening, and then probably once or twice a week I use these two products that I'm going to share with you, and that is the Optimal Skin Rejuvenating Night Booster by ESPA, and then also their Optimal Skin Instant Facial. So I use these two products on like the night I've used a face mask and I want a bit more extra pampering. And honestly, the smell of this is just like heaven. It's like walking into a spa. And I just use a few drops onto my hand of that, and I basically just dab both these products into my skin and like onto my neck, and they just really kind of add that like bit of moisture into my skin as well. I find that if you've got any like breakout zones on your face, then I won't use the oil on those breakout zones, so I try not to put too much of the oil on my chin, because that's where I tend to get like a lot of my breakouts and things like that. But like on my neck I get really dry areas here, so this is like really nice on the skin in those areas as well. But as you can see, it's just a really nice kind of like lightweight oil. It's not too much on the skin, but it just smells insane. I'm just giving myself a little face massage with that because oh, it's just honestly so nice. And then I'm just gonna put onto my skin the Optimal Skin Instant Facial, and this is just incredible. Like I wake up and my skin is so glowy, so I just do a few dots on my skin and then I dab this into my neck and then just kind of press this into my face as well. But in the morning my face is always so glowy after doing this once a week, and it's also just really nice to kind of sit down and do this. I always put on like my favourite movie, or I put on Friends because I'm still watching it. I feel like I've been watching it 5 years in a row on repeat now, which is probably a bit ridiculous, but just something that makes me feel good. But yeah, and then I just kind of have a nice evening with peppermint tea and a good film, and then get snuggled up in bed, and it's always a really nice way of kind of feeling a bit more relaxed, especially with kind of everything going on at the moment. I feel like we need those moments of feeling a little bit more grounded and doing those nice kind of like self-care routines, whatever it might be, whether it's just having a bath or whether it's doing your routine on your skin or doing your hair and things like that. I think it's so important that we do them so that we feel good. And that is it for this evening. I will definitely do a morning routine on my channel at some point very, very soon. And I will also do maybe more of like my weekly skin routine as well. I mean, it's very similar, but they're the products that I'm using at the moment. I tend to get a lot of products that kind of come in and I trial and see whether my skin gets along with them. But right now I'm trying to like nail it down to my top, like I think that was like 7 or 6 products that I know my skin loves and gets along with. So if you're at that point where you're kind of looking for different products for your skin, I really recommend seeing on websites if they've got like mini versions or testers, and then giving your skin like that 30 days, I think it is, or a month for your skin to like fully get used to a product, and also only use one product at a time. I've in the past like used like 3 new products into my routine and reacted to one of them and then not known which one it was, which I'm sure most of you know not to do that anyway, but I had to learn the hard way. But I feel like I've kind of nailed using products that are really kind of great for sensitive skin, good at kind of adding a bit more of a glow as well, and also just kind of hydrating the skin, especially when it's winter and I can get quite a lot of dry patches too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're all doing well and you're having a lovely evening or day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in next week's video. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye.